Hello, you guys. Hello, my very beautiful collective. For those of you guys who have been subscribing to me, thank you so much. For those of you who have been liking my videos, I thank you so much. Today is a very special day, you guys. Today is the Lionsgate portal, which means that there's two suns, which activates the physical and spiritual worlds. I guess they kind of collide together, as you can say. So it kind of like, almost like, you know how some people say the veil is very thin. So you are able to manifest your reality. You are able to today, during this time, it's like a very powerful time to manifest and alter your reality. Whatever you guys want to manifest, today is a very great day to do it. I have been feeling so good, you guys, just rejuvenated. I have been feeling very powerful. I am definitely been manifesting my tail off. I am definitely manifesting that my channel is going to grow very big. By the end of this year, my goal is to at least have over 1,000 subscribers. I know that's probably small to some people, but that's big for me. Because even, with my old YouTube channels that I've had, I've never gotten over that. So for me to get at least 1,000 subscribers would be a big deal for me. I'm trying to be like, the queen of tarot. Tyler's tarot. I just started watching him a few months ago, but one of my when I'm on here, like, I will always see his videos come up, but I never watched his videos. He's very gifted, very talented. He already has that title as the king of tarot, so I'm trying to be the queen of tarot, you guys. So help your girl get there. That is what I'm manifesting for myself. So yeah, let's get started. This is going to be a general reading for just all signs. Just a general reading. All right, Spirit, what message do you have? What oracle message do you have for the collective? Excuse me, my hand's a little ashy. I washed my hands this morning. All right, Spirit, guys. I weed out any darkness, any evil, any type of negative energy. I ask that only positive light energies remain. What message, oracle message, do you have for my collective? Lady, enjoy growth and reap the rewards. So that's amazing that, and I'm using my beautiful favorite angels and ancestors oracle deck. But I feel like, you guys, this is just kind of putting a stamp on what I've been saying. Today is a very powerful time for a lot of growth, for a lot of, whatever you guys. Let me tell you this: if you guys are trying to go in a certain direction, like with me, I am known as the Bayou Witch. That was my old YouTube channel. That is when I came out. I've always been spiritual. I've always been into manifestation, predicting, and all of that stuff. I'm from Louisiana, so spell work, I started doing like simple little love spells with my cousin when I was like a preteen. So but I came out on social media back in 2017 2018 as a witch or whatever, and I wanted to go in that direction. I started out going in a direction that was kind of dark. I'm not gonna say like listening to my husband and just people that told me that I do really well with, like, because I'm naturally like into dark things, like as far as what I don't consider to be very dark, but what other people would consider to be very dark, like as far as the type of stuff that, like, the type of movies that I watch, the type of humor that I have sometimes, blah blah. And I started out as this big bad witch, which was very successful for me in the beginning. But I started to become more evolved spiritually, and that led me to want to go in a more positive direction. I started out doing like dark work for like, but it was for a good, what I would say a good cause. I did like curses and hexes for women that were battered in abusive, toxic relationships. I did it to help people, specifically women. And I've had a great amount of success doing that. But as I'm becoming more spiritually evolved, I know that my purpose is much bigger than that. My purpose is to help people, to heal people. I'm a natural healer. And so I said, you know what? I started shedding my skin, especially with the recent the recent death of, of my brother. It made me just want to go more in a different direction. And I said, you know what? I'm going to cleanse myself. I went through my dark night of the soul this year, as you guys know. It started last year when I started having this reawakening where I wanted to kind of, I started tapping into a different side of myself. And I wanted to just kind of go in a different direction, a more positive direction, because that's who I am. I'm a very positive, easygoing, charismatic person. That's just who I naturally am. And so I wanted my career path to kind of just kind of align with that. And so I told myself, I said, this is the perfect time for me to just kind of rebrand myself. And that's when I started Manifested Beauty, because I wanted to incorporate, my love of the beauty industry, because I'm a professional, beauty professional. And I wanted to incorporate that beauty products into my spiritual work. And so that's what I did. And so also with starting this, I just started this new YouTube channel about a week or so ago. And I'm already starting to see how it's starting to flourish. And I feel like I'm on the right path. So I feel like you guys are going in that way too. I feel like a lot of you guys are kind of tapping into a new side of yourself. As you can see, she's holding the fruit. She's bearing new fruit, and it's becoming, those seeds that she's planted. It's like she decided that she wanted to go in a new direction. She wanted to bear new fruit for herself. And as you can see, she's very abundant. Her tree is very abundant. She's overflowing with fruit now. And I feel like that's symbolic of you guys planting those new seeds, like I am planting these new seeds, starting my new YouTube channel, kind of deviate myself away from, the Bayou Witch, and going more towards like something that is just more lighter, something that can reach more people, and that can just do works to kind of awaken people in a more positive way. So I feel like, this season is going to be very beneficial for a lot of you guys. You guys are going to be, some of you guys are already enjoying that rewards from the things that you've planted in the previous seasons, or, last spring, whatever. And I feel like a lot of you guys are utilizing this Lionsgate portal to kind of rebrand, reshift your guys', focus on what it is that you guys want to do, what you want to manifest for yourself. There's going to be lots and lots of growth for a lot of people, okay? So using my Santa Muerte deck, give us some more messages on this, Spirit. Give us some more messages on this. For my beautiful collective, for those that are reaping the rewards from all the hard work, the hard labor they've been putting in. See, the Hierophant. So I feel like a lot of you guys are definitely becoming more spiritual. I feel like you guys are like, I'm feeling that hippie energy. Okay, so like me, like when people hear the word spiritual or spirituality, they think that you have to be a certain way. They think that you have to be like almost like a saint, damn near. You know what I'm saying? That reminds me of a story that Erykah Badu was talking about when she said, you know, back then she felt like because she was spiritual that she had to look a certain way. She had to wear the bandos or whatever you call that, you know, the head wraps and stuff like that around her hair because she wanted to be taken seriously as a spiritual practitioner or as a spiritual person. And she went to go meet with this this priest, and she was expecting to see a guy that looked like damn near like, you know, a priest or whatever. And there was this guy that was sitting in front of her that was dressed down, that was just like almost like kind of had like a what you call it, you know, that I keep hearing hobo, but you guys know what I'm talking about, like that almost he kind of looked like a hippie basically. And she didn't expect that to be him, and she was asking people, where's the priest? And they pointed like he's right in front of you. And when she saw him, she was like, you just would have never thought that this person was who he was by the way he looked. And so that gave her a different perspective. Like, I don't have to look a certain way to be taken serious, to be portrayed as something. And that's how I was with the Bayou Witch. You know, I felt like I had to move a certain way, that I had to be a certain way, you know, in order to be taken seriously. And I'm just like, I'm doing too much. I'm doing too much. I'm just doing way too much. It's not that serious, you know. You don't fucking have to wear a witch's hat and be out, and you know, even though being in the graveyard is my thing, that is what I do. But you don't have to be dressed. I'm not saying this is what I did, but I'm just saying you don't have to be in a graveyard dressed as a witch. You know what I mean? To say that you're a witch. It is something that comes from within, okay? But just like with me, you know, I call myself a healer. I've healed people. I've done a lot of spiritual work, but because I like to rock a band tee, like I like to wear black lipstick, I like to wear pentagram earrings, whatever. People look at me like I could go to the grocery store, y'all. My favorite color is black. Most of my clothes are black. But it is not because I'm evil or because I'm a devil worshiper or anything like that. I can go to the grocery store and people will be, especially in my little town here in Louisiana, you know, people will look at me like, oh my gosh, she's a devil worshiper. And it's just like, are you kidding me? Like, first of all, I don't believe in the devil. And secondly, no, I'm not evil. I don't do evil works. I don't do any of that. I'm just who I am. This is who I am. I've dressed like this since I was a fucking teenager. Like, this is who I am, okay? So I feel like a lot of you guys are becoming very spiritual and very knowledgeable, you know, in whatever it is that you do spiritually. But because you look a certain way, I feel like people don't really take you seriously or don't think that you're spiritual enough. All right, give me another one, Spirit. And we have the Tower here, okay? And we have the Eight of Pentacles on the bottom. Yeah, there's going to be a drastic... I don't get this Tower as being something bad, you guys. I really don't. The Tower doesn't always have to mean something bad. I just feel like you guys are really like... something is suddenly coming to you. It's almost like you had an epiphany. I feel like there's going to be some major success coming in for you guys. And it's going to happen suddenly. It's going to shake your whole fucking world up, okay? And I feel like, just like we have this lady right here, you know, she's reaping the benefits of the hard work and the labor that she's put in. That is what's going to happen to some of you guys. A lot of you guys, I feel like you guys, when your success happens, it's going to happen suddenly. it's going to happen almost immediately. I'm not saying your success will come up overnight, but I'm feeling like when it does come, it's going to, like, you are going to be so freaking shocked by how big it comes in, that it's just going to catch you by surprise, because we have the Eight of Pentacles on the bottom. So you guys are working. Like, I feel like some of you guys, like I was telling you guys about myself, I've never exceeded a certain amount of success, you know? Like, even when I was making good money as a personal tarot reader with my personal clients, doing spell work for people, I still I wasn't making like six figures or anything like that, you know? I was doing pretty well for myself, but it wasn't to the point of where I was just like, you know what I mean? Just rolling in dough, you know? But I will say this. I was able to manifest for myself. I've always been able to manifest some type of abundance for myself, you know? I was always able to, you know, I'm comfortable. You know, I never run completely out, because especially now, since I'm going in a better direction, it's like money just flows my way effortlessly, okay? And I feel like that's what's going to happen for you guys. Just because something hasn't happened for a while, some of you guys have never reached a level of success. Do not get into that energy of, I'm just going to have to work hard. I'm just going to continuously be in this Eight of Pentacles forever because, you know, I'm always just going to have enough to just get by. No, you're not. I'm telling you, this tower is going to happen in your life. This is going to be a beautiful tower, you guys. A beautiful, beautiful tower, okay? But you just got to believe that whatever it is that you're wanting, you can have it. This lady sitting in this garden, she started from nothing. I'm pretty sure she didn't think that she knew that she had the potential to have success, and she worked hard for it. But did she know that she would be as abundant as she is? No. As you can see, she's wearing green. The background is green. That signifies abundance, wealth. I'm hearing that some of you guys are going to be millionaires, okay? Some of you guys are going to be millionaires, multi-millionaires, okay? But you have to believe that it's going to come in. You got to believe that it's going to happen. Give me some more, Spirit. Like, you know, if you guys are like me, if you were like, since I was a kid, I've been into dark shit. Like, my dad started it I was like 4 or 5 years old, me and my sister. And he would let us watch. We would sit there. That was our spending time with him. We would sit there and watch Freddy Krueger, Jason, this was back in the 80s. We would eat pizza, drink soda, and just have a good old time. You know, that was our quality time that we spent with my dad, you know. And so I said, you know what? I am like the darkness, like that's what gets me. I love it. I love skulls. I love, even you see with the tarot decks that I use, you know, the type of tarot decks that I use. You know, here's my Santa Morte deck. I'm learning to channel my love of dark shit into something that's positive, you know. If you look around my apartment, I have a lot of Tim Burton stuff, like Nightmare Before Christmas. I have fucking Tiffany doll from The Bride of Chucky. Like, that's always been me. Back then, like when Eminem first came out, he had this claymation or whatever of him. It was a statue, and it was him when he used to dress as Jason. And I went to his concert back then when I was like 19 and everything. And he wore that Jason mask. He dressed up as Jason. I thought it was the coolest fucking thing ever, because, you know, as from being a little girl with my dad watching those Jason movies, Friday the 13th and all of that, that has just always been my thing. Like, I have seen almost every scary, if it's from the 80s and the 90s, in the early 2000s, I've seen it, okay? And so I'm learning that, you know, I don't have to be this big dark witch. I can channel my love of dark shit into something that's positive, you know? And I feel like that's with you guys too. You guys don't necessarily, because people hear the word dark and they automatically think that's bad. No, ma'am. Just like this Hierophant, he's a spiritual worker, just because he has a Ouija board, he's throwing up the peace sign, he's dressed as a hippie, people think that he's evil. No. I have my uncle who's a pastor of a church. The first time I seen a Ouija board in person was when my mom's sister, who's married to this pastor, she's to this day a first lady of a church. They had a Ouija board in their closet, but they used it to help people, to contact the loved ones of the deceased people, the deceased loved ones of the people that went to their church, or to do it, because they're into, I'm a generational, witch. My aunt's a witch, but they do it to help people. They are light workers, and so that's what I'm saying. Like, some people look at tarot readers like, oh, you're contacting, you're playing with the demons, and demons is giving you your information. No, it's not. It's the same. It's God. It's the universe. It's the angels. But just because we're doing it, we're divining, doing it in a way that people don't look at as right, because maybe in the Bible it says, those should not play with tarot cards or whatever it says. I'm not a big I have a Bible. I mainly use it for like protection spells and stuff like that. But the Bible is what do you think the Bible is? It's a spell book, but people will see that as, well, you're not supposed to be doing divination, but what do you think the Bible is? There's divination, like, prophesizing all throughout the Bible. But I'm not going to get into that, but I'm just going to say that what might look like it's dark to some people may see that as, oh, well, you're not doing something that's right. So basically what fell out was the Three of Swords and the Five of Wands. I also feel like with this, and I have the Wheel of Fortune on the bottom here. Excuse me. These are some cool cards. I love these cards. But anyway, I do feel like with this Wheel of Fortune on the bottom, you guys have kind of like felt like you've been in this rotating cycle of just heartbreak, failure, competition, and just feeling like you guys could never get anywhere. And I'm also seeing this match right here, that he's getting ready to strike this match. It's like you guys were kind of, what I get with that by looking at that is self-sabotage, okay? And just like me in the past, like, I've done it. I've gotten into my feelings. I've self-sabotaged. I fucked up my success because of letting my emotions get the best of me, feeling envy because I was seeing people that came out around the same time as me or just a little bit before me reach a very big level of success. And here I am. I've been doing this my whole life, or I've been, you know what I mean? And I'm still like trying to break, 1,000 subscribers or whatever. And it made me kind of bitter because I was heartbroken, because I was like, I'm working so hard. Why aren't I growing? Why aren't I getting anywhere? It's just like the same thing keeps happening over and over and over. I cannot get off of this fucking wheel that just keeps spinning and going nowhere. I'm telling you guys, I can feel that through these cards. There are some of you guys, as far as your success, and you're watching other people, whether it be people in your family, whether it be people that you grew up with, or, just people that you're friends with, people in the workplace that you feel like you're more qualified than them, but they've gotten certain positions before you. It's just made you kind of feel down, and there's like, when you start feeling resentment, there's anger, bitterness there. And it's kept you in a place where you wasn't growing. Spirit is saying to get out of that. Don't let your past failures, mistakes, heartbreaks make you feel like you're just never going to get anywhere. Like you're just always going to be like in competition with people and not going anywhere. Like, I feel like a lot of you guys were kind of stuck in your mind. Like, your mind can also be your worst enemy. It's also what I'm getting with this Five of Wands. Like, you guys were always kind of fighting with yourselves mentally, because you're just like, there's just no way out. Like, Don't do that. Spirit does not want you to do that. Spirit wants you to get off of this goddamn hamster wheel and to see that the wheel is turning, okay? Even though you feel like you're not going anywhere, this is going to be like, this is your death and your rebirth. Like I did a video, I think yesterday or the day before yesterday, talking about Oya and death and rebirth. You guys feel like because things may have happened or not happened the way you wanted them to in the past, that it's just always going to be that way. And it's not. It's really not. All right, Spirit, what is the ending advice when it comes to this, Spirit? What do you have? What advice do you have for my collective when it comes to this? And I just got the Four of Cups and the Sun. Stop ignoring, you guys. I'm telling you, stop ignoring, you know, what the universe is trying to communicate to you, okay? Stop ignoring your own potential is what I hear. Some of you guys are very, very talented. Very talented. But it's your way of thinking that's keeping you stuck. You know, I had that same problem. Here I am in a line of work while I'm teaching other people about manifestation and law of attraction. And I'm not living up to what I'm teaching other people. Like, no, you can't. We can be our own worst enemies. Sometimes it's not about people throwing evil eyes on us. I feel like you can throw an evil eye on your damn self by what you exude. Okay, lastly, we have the Seven of Swords. Quit lying to yourselves. Okay? Quit lying to yourselves. Also, I'm getting with this coffin, it's time to put a death to your old way of thinking. Maybe something that you guys, if you started a business that you've been working with for a few years and it's just not going anywhere. It's time to put a death to the old, you guys. Okay? Because you're stealing, you're like robbing yourself out of success, basically. It's time for you to lay whatever that old shit in the past, your old burdens, your old you, your old self, your old ideas, your old way of thinking. Lay that shit to rest. Okay? Because you're just robbing yourself out of happiness, out of success. It's time to let go of what no longer serves you. Just like with me, when I was doing dark magic, even in my mind, I was telling myself, I'm doing this for a good cause. I'm doing this to help people. But still, was that my purpose? I had to lay it to rest because that's not what the universe, that's not what my angels and spirit guides had for me. They had something much better for me because I wasn't fulfilling my mission here to help try to, you know, pull people out of that darkness. I was adding more darkness into the world, you know. And I said, you know what? This is not what I want to do. I want to bring more light to the world. I want to help people. I want to heal people, whether it's through my tarot messages, whether it's with the type of things that I do for people, you know, whether it's by laying hands on people, you know, because I will be like Marie Laveau. I will go my ass to visit hospitals and lay hands on people and pray for people, you know. But whatever it is that you guys feel no longer serves you, it needs to be laid to rest because you're just lying to yourself. Quit trying to make something fit that does not fit in your life anymore. This is a new chapter. This is a new cycle, you guys. For this Lionsgate portal, I'm telling you, it's time to weed out the old and welcome the new because that's the only way you're going to move forward, okay? I hope you guys enjoy this message. Sorry for the long read. I thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one. Oh, also, please subscribe, like, share my video, comment below, and visit my website. Follow me on Instagram at Tarot by Bayou, and I will see you guys in the next one.